All right, welcome everyone. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's Monday. We're back. Got Monday Market Mastery. It's time to trade gold. How you doing, Victor?
Hi everyone. How are you doing, Jonathan? What's up?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We got what's up? Morning, everyone. There's a lot of people watching, a lot of people in the comments. A lot of people in the comments. Let us know. Let us know how you've been during the weekend, and let us know. Do you do any type of journaling over the weekends, or any trade planning or anything like that? I'm very big on planning my trades on the weekend, and I've done that for the last couple of weeks, and the results are very good. Basically, I just look at the higher time frames, and I try to get a feeling for what the higher time frames are doing, and the results are very good actually. I do really enjoy and finding low time frame entries on those high time frame levels. Let's
Yeah,
see if I can. Yeah.
last time you had your monthly results in, and since I trade on the main account, a master account, the results I get in the accounts, of course, a little different, but it was a 46 R profit with a drawdown of 16, maybe 17 R. That was my results from last month.
That's good. That's very good.
So it's about a little less than 3 to 1. So
Yeah.
3 profit for 1 risk unit, if you may compare that ratio.
So
because in the end, because in the end, 46 may sound like a lot, but you have to compare it with the risk, of course, and expressing it with the 16 drawdown, you get a picture of what my typical drawdown is, so what is the risk I'm taking to get those 46 R. So it's about 1 to 3 compared to net profit to drawdown. That's a good month for me.
Yeah, definitely. We got a comment here for on the giveaway. So what you have to do is you have to like the video, and we are then going to give you guys a link that you are going to use a secret word for, and that link will come sometime during the live stream. So just watch the live stream, enjoy the educational content that we bring you guys here, and you will know how to participate in the giveaway throughout the live stream, just like they usually do much later in the stream. Yeah, so Michael here knows what's up. For now, enjoy the free content. Exactly. Okay, so gold. We are going to be trading gold here, and I think we are currently on. So we're trading the same account. So before we get started here, the account that we're trading here is an evaluation. What I can't remember what evaluation this was. It's a Bootcamp. No, it's high stakes.
High stakes. Yeah, it's high stakes.
Yeah, right. So we got a 100K high stakes evaluation going, and we're gonna be trading the same evaluation account, me and Victor. And of course, we're doing this for educational reasons. We want to combine our analysis and see if we can trade gold together. Now, it's important to remember that you guys can't do this. You can't be trading the same account together. It's important to note that we're doing this for educational purposes. If you take one account and you trade it together with a friend or something, you are going to be disqualified, and they're going to shut that account down. Just before we get started. Yeah, so I just explained how you can be eligible for the 20K Bootcamp giveaway trading account. If that's what you're asking, Michael, you can help him out if you want in the comments. Feel free to help him out. Gold. What are we? Do you have any ideas on gold today, Victor?
We are currently in a. Let me show that. Let me show my screen. Got it right here. We are currently in a supply zone, but given if we look on the H4, that's basically what I trade intraday. But in on the daily, we are in a demand zone. So I'm very keen on to see if this is, it hasn't given me an order block, the formation of a new order block yet. So I shouldn't assume it's going to bounce for a lot yet, but it looks like it is being responding to that demand area. So that's what I'm looking for. But we are currently at a supply zone on the H4. So I'm what I'm going to be looking is this going to continue, or are we going back to the demand on the daily order block? The daily order block. So basically that is I don't have like a specific setup, but I'm looking at this supply zone to look if we're going, depending on the structure it forms, price action we will be reading to see if this is going to have a continuation or a reversal.
Yeah, that's interesting. So we have, I mean, we're currently inside, we're testing resistance right now. That's what I'm seeing. And we're in a, I would say we're in a range on the, like if you look at the broader picture, sort of like in a, I'm gonna share my screen. I think it's easier to just go back and forth. So the what I'm watching is I think this is the level that I'm watching. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit.
Which I think is this roughly the same level that I am looking at.
Yeah, and you know, if we would have removed that wick, and this to me, like if you remove that wick, then this to me would look very interesting for a short. It still looks good for a short, but when I see a wick like that, and I guess that was probably NFP, was it? Yeah, that's these 4-hour candles here together.
That's NFP.
Is that's around NFP. So I guess that takes away the seriousness of a wick like that, and it takes away the usually when you have news, wicks created by news like that, I try to kind of ignore them, because removing that, then this makes a lot of sense for a short. You have like a rejection down, consolidation, or whatever, and then retest of that level. Now, of course, the more a level gets tested, so you have the breakdown here. So now that we have that breakdown, I would say that this is fresh as resistance. We got the first, the second, and the third retest. So of course, the more a level gets tested as resistance, the weaker it becomes. So the more it gets tested, the higher the probability is for a breakout. But unless we get that breakout, unless we actually trade above this level, I would actually be more interested in looking for shorts. And I guess a good level, if I would short this level, a good area for potential profit taking is probably going to be, if we can add a horizontal line here, you'll see that we do have we can draw a zone if we connect these candle closes to that one, and we can extend it to the right. And basically what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a possible trade where I would take this from what I believe is could be range high. It depends on how you mark out the range. You could mark out the range like this, with this being the lows and that being the highs, and we would then be trading this based on a rejection of range EQ, and then that would be my FTA around that level, at least on the 4-hour. On the 1 hour, we do see a decent rejection here, and we're now moving lower quite a lot here. So we could definitely watch this as a rounded top here, something like that. And the target for this move would be like this general area here. That's my initial idea. And then if we look at the 15-minute, what would confirm this to me is if we get something like perhaps a break and retest of this level here, that would kind of confirm this move. And I would then look at a setup that might look something like this. So that's the short idea. Now, obviously, looking at this from a long-term, a long perspective, we are, of course, just looking at something like this. What do you think?
Yes.
Are we somewhere close?
Well, actually, I think your analysis is not much different than mine. If you look at, I'll put mine on the screen again. If I go to the 4 hourly, I can actually find if you look at the market structure, we've been making lower lows and lower highs. So if we break this high, that will change the market structure. So long that isn't broken, we should be looking for shorts, in my opinion. That's one thing based on the market structure. And the other thing is we have, because of these wicks, to me, I see them as a new range, because anything that happens between this range is, to me, just rangy. It doesn't tell me anything until it breaks one of them, because those are the boundaries to me that the participants recently have set that they want to trade. So, and unless it breaks out of that, to me, it doesn't give me a trend. If you combine those two ideas, you could trade within that range. So above, as long as it doesn't take out, doesn't, like, it should be, when it is reaching the upper limit of this range, it should be forming reversal patterns. And if it does, then you could trade that from that demand or a supply area to the other one in terms of trading the range. And that goes well with the market structure, which isn't it isn't making a higher high. So those two things makes me think that a short should be it should have a better chance. And the other thing that I look at is this: we have, if you consider, we are coming from above, right? So, but even so, you can find a quasi, right? If you look at this, you have higher lows and higher highs. That's the first rule to me. My first condition to start looking for the quasi. It breaks the neckline, right, all the way here, and then you can look for structures on this leg for it to continue lower, either this one or this one. So we basically have two entry order blocks on the H4. Those two. Then I have three reasons to look for a short: the market structure, the range that we are now at the upper range of that range, right? Given the wicks that we have on NFP on Friday, and I have a quasi, which also could be, also indicate that the market could be going short from one of these order blocks. So I have three things telling me that a short is actually a good idea, but only into this daily demand, not much lower, because we have a demand area below. So we shouldn't be targeting anything below, but perhaps just this range. Something like that makes sense to me. And perhaps from this area would make everything align, because we have all three of them telling me the same story. And if I do that, and I go to the 1 hour, I do see an outside bar here on the 1 hour, right? So the outside bar is a sign of a reversal of the who is in control. At this moment, before this moment, we can see all the bigger candles, the buy candles are much bigger than the red candles. And at this moment, at that point, these two candlesticks, you can see who took control. So to me, that's a sign that perhaps we could bounce back into that order block and then move out. That would be something that I would be I think is a great idea because it makes sense on the bigger picture, market structure. Kwanzi on the H4 and the 1 hour also indicates that that is a good area, and it's on many fronts. I would be doing something like this. I would be looking for something in this range to go short.
Okay, so I've actually just placed a trade. It should be getting filled any moment. So this is a lowish trade, kind of based on some of the ideas that we talked about. So I'm basing this on the fact that we did. So actually on OND, as you can see, I'm not filled on this one, but I should have been. But the prices are probably. I'm gonna check the 1 minute here on. Yeah, so I missed the entry by one point here. So we'll see. Probably comes up and hopefully gets filled here. And the idea is, yeah, so I should be getting filled. No, because the price is lower on MetaTrader. Let's switch over to MetaTrader. It's gonna be easier. So as you can see here, we have that. But we are getting filled right now. And the idea is basically, I guess now it's better to switch over to trading view. We should I really wish we could just not have to stop the screen share before switching applications. But anyway, so this is the idea. You can see how we have that break and retest of basically this level right here. Let's make that a little bit bigger, and you'll see that it's almost a perfect hit of that level. Decided to have my entry just right below and then stop loss above this one. Now this is a rather tight stop loss, but it's above the 1 hour candle, and it's basically based on the fact that we're at resistance, like I talked about. We have that what I would consider sort of sell off and a low time frame break and retest of that level. Now there is a fairly high probability that this is a that this is a fake out, right? Because you can see on the 1 hour candle, the 1 hour candle has not closed, and we haven't closed the 1 hour candle below this level. We have a few wicks touching the level and closing above. Now, of course, the 1 hour candle is closing in 40 minutes, but all in all, we got that 15-minute candle closing below. So anything like 15 minutes and below would confirm this as a decent break and retest trade on lower time frames for me. And the profit target for this trade is at the very first FTA, which I view, what I'm watching here is a double bottom. And if this is a double bottom, then a break and retest of the usually with a break and retest is usually I'm looking at the neckline of that W. So it would be these highs candle closes here in the 4 hour. So we'll see. It's like a 2.5 hour trade. We'll see what happens there.
Nice one. So your TP is what exactly? Is that area? You try to front run it?
Yeah, so my TP is, I think I have to adjust it a little bit. So my TP is 2,307.45. And I probably have to adjust it a little bit because I actually did not front run that level. But we'll see. I can adjust it if we actually move lower. I can exit a little bit earlier if we do move lower. So now looking at the 5 minute, I do like the fact that we did close, we get filled and then close that 5 minute below entry. And because a lot of times you'll see when there's like a clear fake out, you'll see move down like that, and then there's like a 5 minute kind of big 5 minute candle, closing all the way up here. I like the fact that this level is actually being used as resistance. I gotta go get my coffee. I'll be back in just a second, okay? No, I
No
never
problem.
trade with a stop loss.
All right. Let's see. I will show my screen in the meantime and to see what I am looking at. So since I'm trying to go short the that order block, that structure above us, what I'm waiting for is the order block already formed, right? That's the outside bar. And to me, this could be a great place to short this whole area, right? Because I don't see any structures here on the two. There is on the 2 hour, but on the one there isn't anything here. So, and I like this outside bar. On the 2 hour, you could short this, and if I look at the distance, this is $5.59, and if I compare that, that is tradable, yes. But I would like, because this is an outside bar, my preference would go for this one, right? This structure, and the time is right for it to start moving. If it is going to reverse, this is a great place where it could start its reversal move, right where we are right now. And that outside bar to me is could be indicative of that move that we're expecting. Doesn't mean it will happen, but if it does happen, I want to be part of it, right? So it may go without me. This is the structure that I have. I have a little quasi in here, right? That's the higher low and the higher high. And as it breaks the neckline and it comes back to any of these structures, I would like to see how it reacts, right? It needs to react with one of them, and then I can catch the short, and my TP in my case would be at 230336 or something in that range. I might define it, I might adjust it later, but that's basically what I'm going for. Something around here, 2304 perhaps. And will it do that? Perhaps. Will it come and give me an entry? That doesn't happen all the time. I know that. It's because I trade selectively, and I accept that. I accept that sometimes the market will go and I will not participate, but that's okay. What I do want to be, I want to be part of when it does give me those tight entries. Those, let's see, the fib. If we throw a fib in here, and which areas I'm looking for, this area, this order block, and that one. That's on the 5 minute. And if we go to the 1 minute, let's see if we can find some nice areas where we could be entering and giving us that nice risk reward ratio that I always like to catch. So if we do this
now, price action looks really good for a short.
Yeah, it does. It may go without me because I'm not entering. Typically, I'm not entering there. I could look for other time frames outside of my trade plan that are still valid, just that I don't normally take them. But I could take them if I really wanted to, since it's the same concept, right? So I got one. I got another one here. Perhaps there is. Let me see if this is an outside bar or not. We have the low is 18.21.5 and this close is 18.22. So it's not an outside bar, but we do have an entry order block here, right? So I would be trading that on the 1 minute if it comes back to it. And 2, 3, 4. No, forget about it. I'm not gonna take it. That's way too many.
Yeah. So what we are doing our analysis on TradingView, and so basically what I'm doing is I'm just adding the I got the trade tool, the long or short tool here on TradingView, and then I'm just copying over the to MetaTrader. And honestly, I think charting directly on MetaTrader is just takes way longer for me. So, but I might, I'll consider it, to show MetaTrader more. I think I could definitely do that.
Sure, we can switch. Although, if you compare TradingView with MetaTrader, it gives you so many options in terms of, how you interact with the chart. That
Yeah.
if you don't, make use of that, it's to your disadvantage. Even for years, you're as the because you can see,
So
I
I
can
can
show
I
you
just
much
so
more.
sorry, I gotta cover this. So I that was a joke. I always use a stop loss. Okay, so you can't be trading without a stop loss. If you're not using a stop loss, you're not trading. All right. So that was obviously a joke.
Yeah, yeah, that's certainly a joke. Risk
Yeah.
management, if you don't trade with stop loss, you have unlimited risk. You're basically risking everything on every trade.
I'm
And
just gonna restart
that's
my camera. It's
yeah, that's not a way to trade. I mean, that sounds more in the camp of gambling, when you trade without stop loss. Even if you don't put it in, you might have a mental stop loss, but you always have a stop loss. It can be it can be mental, it can be a fixed stop loss, a hard stop loss you put in, but you gotta have if it's mental, and you should be watching it, and be the stop loss yourself, or act as the stop loss yourself. But really, like, truthfully, true without stop loss, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, as traders, you are a money manager, and you're not if you're not managing risk, you're not a good money manager.
exactly. Um, yeah. So right now, looking at this, it's not the type of price action I want to see, but at least it feels like it's pushing lower and lower, and we still have a overall bearish structure here on the one on the 5 minute and the lower time frames. You can look at the 1 minute as well. Yeah, I mean, overall, I would say that it's the structure is more bearish than bullish, but the fact that we did not really break through this level. I mean, you look at the 5 minute now. I think like this area right here with the wicks and everything. Using that level as support, like those two wicks right here, and the fact that we had those candle closes right here, that kind of makes me feel like, yeah, it's not looking great for this trade, but it's still, the overall structure is still bearish. The structure is still bull. So a lot of people are saying that we should be buying.
Um, it depends on your time frame, of course. If you look at the daily, well, if you look at the daily, you are in a bullish structure still, right? If you look at the 4 hourly, we are, I would say, if I take off everything, if you look at the market structure, it is a bearish one, right? It's making lower lows and lower highs. So on the 4 hourly, you are in a bearish market structure, but the daily is still bullish. So which one is it? It depends on your time frame. But as we are not going to be swinging this, I'm not looking at the daily in that sense. I'm looking at the H4. Of course, I do look at the daily to look for demand area, supply zones, because I know that those are where price were stall, were reverse, even on the lower time frame. So I need to know on the bigger picture, on the landscape, if what kind of area are we in based on the higher time frames. But I'm not going to be taking the bias on the higher time frame, because that may take a couple of days. So you need to be working with the relevant time frame, or the relevant structure for the duration of your trade. Since we're going to this on the lower time frames, um, it has to be something on the hourly time frames, and not higher.
Yeah.
I gotta I,
So
I gotta I gotta take
yeah,
I'm gonna be
no
right
problem.
back.
Victor had his delivery. Apparently, he took a fat payout the other day. Ordered a Lamborghini. And I think that's what he's picking up. Home delivery. I could hear his doorbell ring. It's probably that. All right, here I am, all alone, watching price action like every every other day. That's what we do. That's what we do. It's a sell on 15 minute. Yeah, I think I 100% agree with you. 15 minute is a sell, and what I think is obvious here on the 15 minute is you can kind of. I'm gonna try do some analysis here on MetaTrader. Trend line, activate. Ooh, that's my TP. What am I doing? Can I drop this without actually moving TP? What if I press escape? Oh, it's actually not doing anything. What if I right click? I think that worked. Can I move? How do I move? Yeah, okay. So I feel like I'm not really, I feel like a child trying to trade on MetaTrader. But that's kind of like that's the trend line I'm watching here on the 5 minute, 50 minute. And then you see that blue line right there. That's the 20 EMA and the 15 minute, and we broke that to the downside, and we kind of broke the structure. So yeah, I would say that it's a sell on the 15 minute. Control C. All right, thank you. Control C. What I'm supposed to be using. I am on this position currently down $80. This is not going to be in the Lambo for me. Oh, is this hyper? Am I on hyper? I'm on hyper growth, not high stakes. It's probably hyper growth. No, is it? Is the high stakes instant funding and payout for every? I don't understand the question. So I think the minimum amount of payout is $150, I believe. We've had people asking if we can lower that, but you know, there's fees. You know, banks takes out fees and everything. So if there's like a, yeah. From a business perspective, you know, we want to make sure that it's actually, you know, makes sense. Can we trade a 5ers account on TradingView? Yeah, you can. You can connect it to a copy trader. So you can go into TradingView. You can connect. You can, for example. So this is not something we offer officially, but this is something I've done privately. Is you can open a real account or a demo account on Oanda, connect that Oanda account to a copy trader, and then connect the 5ers account to that copy trader, and you can trade the Oanda account within TradingView, and then everything gets copied over to your 5ers account. Well, you know, you can we can both be right. Well, actually we can't. We can't both be bullish and bearish at the same time on the 15 minute and be right. But obviously I'm right, but I can definitely see how you think we are bullish. And when I have these levels on here on TradingView, I do understand how you could see this as a as bullish. And I mean, looking at price structure right now, it looks like I'm getting stopped out and I'm short. So getting stopped out on my short might actually mean that, you know, it's obviously wrong about that. And you know, if I add a level on this wick, what if I add like a horizontal line on that the very low of that wick? And what happens is you'll see that we kind of touch this level, right? This area right here. So well, it's interesting, right? Came down, we hit that support and started moving higher, and I basically shorted this breakdown. But someone might have looked at this and gone long based on the bounce of that support. So I shorted the breakdown of support, while someone else might look at this and go long based on that support. And now we are getting stopped out. switch over to, yep, that's a stop out. Well, that's it's interesting. See what happens here. Yeah, it smells. Not only does it smell stop loss, it actually is a stop loss. Why sell in an uptrend? That's a pretty good question, and I kind of wish you asked me that 20 minutes ago. No, I'm kidding. But what I do think is, I think what I'm watching is this is not. So looking at the 4 hour and zooming out, this is not an uptrend. On the 1 hour, it looks like more of a range. On a daily, yes, the overall, like the weekly is in an uptrend, the daily is an overall uptrend, but then even the local structure on the daily is bearish. Welcome, Victor.
I'm back.
Yeah, I know what you did. You probably opened the door for the market maker, telling you like, hey, we can stop him out. We're gonna stop him out, and that's exactly what happened. So
no, I the thing is, I had my Lambo detailed, and I told them to come back after the stream, but I mean there was some miscommunication right there, so I had to take care of it.
Yeah, those Lambo services guys, they don't know.
Yep, they. I should have a talk with them because I told them specifically to bring them after the stream, not during the stream.
Yeah. Okay, so how can you join the giveaway? Yeah, just hit the like button and you will know how to join the giveaway during the live stream. So you'll know when it's time. You'll know. Right. So I think what I'm gonna try.
I'm looking at. You got stopped out?
Yeah.
Oh, you closed it before your stop loss.
No, I got stopped out.
Okay. Let's see.
Lost 200 on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that too much?
I think we said 100 per. Well, not sorry. We said max 10. That's the allowance you have per day. There's 1%, which was 1,000. I think we said, and I think you said you're going to go for 250 per trade, if I'm not mistaken, 250 or 200, and I said I'm going to go for 100 since I take more trades.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at it. To me, this looks very bullish, of course, this price action, but the structure is still valid until it's broken, until it's invalidated, and it hasn't been invalidated yet. I know it looks very scary, but it's still not invalidated, right? So this order block, if you go to the 1 hour, this one is going to be invalidated when it closes, and this looks like inevitably is going to go break this high, and then the structure, the whole setup to me is done. Is I don't have anything to trade. But if it does that, that's fine. I don't mind that, right? I wait for my entry. I just wait for the market to tell me that it is reversing from any of these structures. And if it doesn't want to reverse, I think that's good, because I don't get in. So I wait for the market to tell me that it wants to reverse, and then I hit the trigger. So I'm still waiting. This looks like a very nice entry, and that could be something that for sure. Let's see. I'm still reading price action. This looks very impulsive, but I like that. I really like that. Because it means, would you know what it means when it is very impulsive like this? It means that there are people who are seeing this, they're buying it. And if they are going to be wrong, and I get in as soon as it reverses, I have all of them their stop loss is waiting to be hit because they're all long. They just get in, they're trapped, and this can fall like a brick. And those are the trades that I like to take because you have all those trap traders that will make price go very quickly in your direction.
Yeah.
But
I'm not
that's still not
thank you, Mehmet, but I'm not upset. I'm absolutely furious. It's a difference.
All right, we have
Well, to be fair, like if you know we look for a short and we are at the very high of the area that we're looking to short. So I mean, if you think about it that way, the risk to reward should be greatest at where we're trading right now.
yes. I those are the places. They're uncomfortable, but those are the places where you catch those good profits. It's where you are at the edge of the precipice that you catch the nicest flowers, they say.
Ooh, good one.
But this has a close above the 3 minute, and it to me this is gone. I didn't get in. It didn't give me a signal. On the 5 minute, we could still have a signal, but this is breaking structures after structure. So that if it breaks the last one, then I shouldn't even touch it.
I feel like I want to short, but I'm not really seeing a good setup.
Mm-hmm. We are extended to me if to switch, because when we have an area where the market can either reverse or break through it, you can go long from it as it has that continuation move, or you can reverse it as it is giving you those reversal structures. But to me, like I want to be entering at a demand area, so I want to be seeing that it comes back, let's say for a long, right? Because already I'm seeing, right, the market is telling us that it is not respecting these short structures, these bearish structures. In about 1 minute and 29, we'll see if it closes above here. Then to me, I need to wait and reassess what area, what setup I'm going to be trading. But if I have this, and then automatically, if it's breaking bearish structures, I need to adapt to what the market is telling me. And that case, what I would mean is that I need to, look for that long. But where do I look for that long? For that long, I need to be looking when price comes back to a demand area. And where do I see demand area? Possibly this could finish on the 1 hour, but I don't like that since it is close to that area of supply. So I would like something a little lower, something perhaps like this, or on the 4 hourly, not on the 4 hourly, on the 2 hourly, we have this area where the market previously the buyers came in, and that I identify as a demand area, right? It's not the best one, but it is an area where price could possibly go back to in its way up, right? See, if I'm contemplating the switch in bias, or looking for a long setup, I could be looking for something like this. If it comes back, and if it doesn't come back, then I'm not interested, because I only want to be buying at a place of value, right? The value to me is when it retraces back to some area that I identify as a demand area if I'm going long, and then get in, not when it's breaking out and buying premium price. I don't want to be paying up for, getting into the move. I want it to come to my area, come to me, and then I get in to get those big, those beneficial risk reward ratios. So it has although I want to be in the market a lot, I really want to be in it, I have to practice patience to wait for it to come to the area. And if it doesn't come to that area, accept that it's going to be okay. There's going to be another setup tomorrow or later, and I didn't get into a a lesser quality trade because I don't want those.
We're gonna cover a question from the Discord. Now, for those of you who don't know, we have a submissions channel in our Discord server, our Discord community, where you're able to ask us questions that we are going to cover live on YouTube. So I'm going over. No, you've covered some of these questions. Let's see if we have any questions we can cover here.
The last one I covered was from the 16th, or submitted by the username of Ayrton M, which is, I believe, the third one. So the fourth one would be at turn.
Okay, yeah. We have one question here, and it says, "What's your view on trading?" Let's see if I can actually pull that up.
I'm currently checking it out to copy paste it. In about 10 seconds, I should have it on my screen.
Oh, I'm quicker than you.
Are you?
Okay, so what's your views on trading? What's your views on trading multiple pairs by knowing the facts that I am trading mostly 5 and 15-minute time frame? We have to stick to plan usually. Okay, multiple pairs. Well, so I think what it comes down to is there needs to be a lot of testing, And before we cover this, the link to our Discord server is inside the The5ers hub, inside. See if I can actually bring something up here to show you where you can find it. Let's see. Log into the hub here, and I'm gonna give you guys a screenshot so you can see what it looks like when you actually log in. So you have to go into your actual account. Then when you're in that actual account, I'm going to go to the one that we currently have open here. Should be, just give me a second here. Oh, which one? This is probably that one. Here you can see like a dashboard, right? So this is what you get when you log into the dashboard. And then up here is the Discord icon. So you go into the hub.the5ers.com, you log in, accounts overview, you go into the dashboard of an account, and you're going to find the Discord link up here in the upper right corner. Okay, so this one, I think the question here is, should he be trading multiple pairs, or should he be focused on one or less pairs, 2 to 4 pairs? And I think what it all comes down to is it all comes down to your strategy. How have you tested your strategy? If you only been testing your strategy on Euro USD, then you should only be trading Euro USD. You want to make sure that the system that you have is tested on the pairs that you're trading. And I mean, for me, for example, I'm more of a swing trader. I'm watching the higher time frame levels. I have about 40 different pairs that I watch every weekend, but I have a list of maybe 6 or 7 or so. Well, now it's a bit bigger, but usually I have a list of like 6 or 7 pairs that I go through every week. But I'm looking at the higher time frames, and I'm focusing on the 4 hour, maybe the 1 hour before kind of finding a setup. And then when I find the possible setup, I go into the lower time frames. But if you're only looking at the 50-minute or the 5-minute, then obviously you're not going to have the time to watch many different pairs. But honestly, what it comes down to is just testing. We can't really answer this for you because we don't know what your system looks like. Do you have any better answer to that, Victor?
Sure. I think first is, in terms of the characteristics of where you're going to implement your strategy, right? If you're Whether the question, at what time frame are you going to look for those structures or for those indicator signals or whatever you're trading, either the time frame or the pair, those questions should be backed by data. And the only way to get that is to do your back testing. So you should do your back testing first on those time frames that you want to be trading. And based on that, you can choose one or more than one. And the question you're asking is, should you be choosing more or less, right? Either in this case in the pair, but also you could uh, um, ask the same question about the time frames. And my answer is this: you should start, if you don't first, you should have data on it, right? You should test. If you want to be trading multiple time frames, have signals on multiple time frames, you should test all of those time frames that you want to be trading, that you're considering on trading. The same goes for the pairs. You need to do the back testing all the pairs that you're considering, right? Based on the data, you can choose to take one or more. But if you have multiple pairs that they are performing equally, and the question then is, should I trade all of them? Should I trade maybe one, maybe a few? And then the answer to that is, you need to start with one, and only after you are able to execute that to perfection, because of, you're catching all the opportunities and you're doing it perfectly, and you still have spare time in terms of attention span, then you can add another one. And if that goes well, you can keep on adding. If you're a swing trader that you're looking for your signal, let's say on the H4, it shouldn't be a problem to add multiple pairs, because you don't have to be looking at the market constantly. Maybe only at the H4 close, or maybe the H1 close, right? So, but if you're, let's say, like myself, I go to the minutes, and to me, it's I can't trade many pair at the same time, because I need to be watching the minute close, the 5 minute close, if I have a setup, and I'm only able to watch so many graphs or charts at the same time. So even though I may have data that my strategy performs well on multiple pairs, or perhaps all of pairs that I tested on, I know that I have limitation, because I have only a set pair of eyes. So I need to the threshold, or is, as you can add as many pairs as you are able to execute your plan perfectly still. If you add too many, and you start fumbling with your strategy or missing strategy, that's a sign that you have too many, you're putting too many on your fork or on your plate. And you should, but I think you should just start with one and add as you go, as long as your execution is perfect. That's what I do,
Yeah.
and that's what works for me. I only trade on EU and GU, because I can be looking at two pairs. Even if they have setups at the same time, I can have multiple time frames: the one, the two, the three, the five of both pairs, and you can already see that I'm looking at what, eight entry charts at the same time, and I can handle that. But if you double that, then it goes beyond my limits. So you got to know your limits, and that depends on your strategy, what kind of strategy you have.
Yeah. No, I
But you
definitely
should,
agree with
yeah,
that.
but you should start with data. Without data, there's nothing. You shouldn't be trading anything without data, in my opinion, because then
Um,
you don't know what you're really should be expecting, and what works and what doesn't. You have to have some data to back the plan. Otherwise,
yeah.
you're winging it, and you shouldn't be doing that.
So looking at gold right now, it seems like the 1 hour candle that we had a strong breakout here on the 1 hour candle, but it's now, I would say, it's down I'm gonna adjust that one a little bit to make it like this probably. And I would say that we have not really gotten that breakout yet on the 1 hour. I still see this as resistance, and as long as we as long as we can't get that breakout, I still have a feeling. I don't know. I feel like I'm stuck in the idea of shorting this, but yeah, I mean, look at
I
15 minutes.
I see your point. The problem I do have with the short right now is that on the H2, it will show now a outside bar if it closes like this in 3 minutes and 20 something seconds. And if it does that, that doesn't fit with a possible upcoming short move, because it shouldn't be making bullish structure, and certainly not an outside bar if it wants to be, going short in the next candle. If it does, it can happen, but it's not typical. So if it does close like this, and it seems like it's going to, I think I would want to wait, and on my part, wait with the short a little bit, see that it does something on the H1, or some other structures that makes me, tilt the equation to one side than more than the other. That's
Yeah.
not a sign that I would like to see if I'm preparing and expecting a short move coming up.
What's up, Alex? Welcome.
Are you trying to short gold?
Yeah, I did. I got stopped out on the short today on gold.
Oy. Nah, man, that's tough trade.
Tough trade, yeah. That's the clown.
Fair enough. Today's not the most fitting day.
Yeah, he's not a clown today.
Not
coming
today. It is coming.
Coming.
It is definitely Wednesday. Wednesday it will be here.
But tell me, all right, Alex, tell me, you can't tell me that gold is not trading at resistance, though.
To be honest, I was just looking. I was trading euro, looking for a long. I was trading euro today, and just by euro being, it's the same kind of like this super bullish structure. And I'm like, if euro's going up and everything against the dollar at the moment's going up, then probably gold is probably shooting up as well.
Probably.
And it looks like it's going to the top of the range.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of is, yeah. It kind of is. We'll see.
But then again, I messed up as well. I actually closed at around about 3 o'clock my long on euro, and that has just shot up now, literally a couple of points under my target. So I also messed up. But a good trade, maybe a good trade. Maybe we retested the top of the range on the 5 minute.
Well, to be fair, I did short, like when I shorted, I think I shorted this.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty shortable.
Pretty shortable, yeah.
I like that.
Alex, you, can I take you just got here, so maybe you can I take a break quick?
Yeah, man, go for it.
I'll take a 10-minute break, and I'll be back, okay?
Yes, Michael, yes. I agree. Set and forget. And I'm currently going through my own set of issues with my my set and forget strategy. We did, but I still made profit. I made profit on the position. Just made a mistake. Probably because I'm in currently drawdown, going through a little bit of a phase of drawdown, and naturally every time I see some nice profits, I want to close it just so I can secure those profits. So it's something mentally that I'm going through, but hopefully that will sort itself out when I do a little bit of journaling and stuff like that. Victor, It's Menachem.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yes, I'm doing great. How is the you were saying you had a few losses last week. Are you in drawdown? Is this affecting your psychology because of those
A
losses,
little.
or was it just one loss?
No, so if we like, I know we're supposed to be talking about gold and stuff. I do apologize for jumping on here and just making the show about EU, but obviously when EU for the last, we had a couple of weeks. Let's have a look. We did have like a quite a few weeks where EU was really like coming down and really taking everybody out with very vast moves. It was very choppy and volatile, and obviously when you're on the low time frames, I was getting stopped out quite a lot, and I lost quite a little. I did a couple of mistakes as well on the DAX, if you remember. So that had a little bit of an effect on my psychology coming into this week.
Yeah.
I made a really nice trade on Friday on the Trade Delicious stream, and I made a nice trade today. I got a good entry, but I'm not pushing it where I can push it, So.
But you recoup some or a good part of what the losses that affected you, or are you still in that process?
3%, good 3% that I've gained back. I've still got another 3% to go.
I see.
Slowly.
You're doing good process. I mean, 3%, half of the drawdown, and it's only been a week. So your moves are quite aggressive.
I need to play. I need to kind of tone it down. I think what I did today though, which I did like. I got this new process. You're gonna like this. Which
tell me about it.
The process is even before I even think about trading in the morning when I get up, while I get my coffee before I go to the gym, is I do a trading checklist. Go through this checklist where I got 4 different things that I've got to check over. I look at market structure as one of them. Pick a direction of which I want to go, and check the news. So those are 3 things that I've been putting into place. And with that today, with the EU, I said I wasn't going to get in before news. So I waited for the news. News came out. All of the news finished, and then I got into the trade and I saw a nice push up. But I'm still a little bit fearful to push it like I was pushing when I had a nice buffer in the account. So
sure, what you could do is or perhaps you already done it. If you are feeling fearful, maybe it's beneficial to lower the risk or make it more comfortable psychologically, although it may take more time for the drawdown, but at least you're going to be performing better with a little bit less risk, because of course you don't want to lose it again, have another big loss, because that's the fear. Once you have like a big chunk of your equity taken away, you got fearful of it happening again. And one way of mitigating that risk is to just lower your risk, and then until you see that same process, same equity curve going up, you're getting more confident, and then you switch back to maybe in steps to your usual risk. That is one idea.
Yep.
And the checklist is a big thing. I one of the things I used, because if I don't have those kind of checklists, I would be over trading, because I would be looking too eagerly for setups and finding setups. So I need that trade list, and only go to the next one if the one is satisfied. Like that is something that helped me a lot, to know my areas. For example, at the beginning, as you said, you want to know the direction. Well, in my case, I identify 1, 2, maybe 2 areas that I want to participate in the market, and unless it gets there, I don't do anything.
You're not trading.
And I'm not trading, and that helps me a lot, because otherwise, I was trying to force the market to do what I wanted. at the places, where I'm looking at the time that I'm looking at the screen. But that doesn't work like that. Of course, the market will do whatever it will do at the time the market does it, and it doesn't depend on my availability or whatever. We're, as individuals, you can only see it from your own perspective, but we need to step out of that and let it go. That the market does it at a time that the market will, and nothing to do with us. So I would say those things could help lower risk and checklist.
Definitely. And I feel, the reason why I probably got into this kind of this situation where I'm facing a lot of drawdown is because I come in, don't plan trades too much, but I see what price action is doing, and then from there I'll get in. But there were a couple of trades last week that were, some of them were punts as well, which caused a big drawdown. There was a DAX trade on there that was a huge punt, and definitely got got kicked, got my backside kicked. But there you go. That's why the checklist is being put in place. And I actually feel great because I used to have little checklists here and there, but this one's something that can really keep focus on what I want to see and what I want to do. Because when you don't check anything, then you just do anything and everything, depending on your emotions, depending on what you're doing, and depending on every single thing. It could be also boredom as well. If you're bored and you're in front of the computer all the time, which I am in front of the computer all the time, then those little kind of trades that, you can see a signal, which might not be the best signal, but you're like, oh no, that's a good signal, I'm going to get in. And then you're jumping in a trade without focusing on the actual risk. And that is the problem. But I agree with this. Everybody should have a checklist before they want to get into a market, especially even if they're scalping. They should still have a checklist of what their overall outlook of the market is, and it will help. It definitely will help.
For sure. And actually, your trade plan should have a section at the beginning. Before you start trading, your trade plan should have a section that says market condition, right? And what kind of market condition am I going to implement my strategy? Because the strategy has a moment and a place to be used. It's like a tool. So you cannot be using it like crazy at all given time, any given time. And that market condition should be defined as specific as possible. And when you start trading, you should be looking at that trade plan and say, okay, is this my market condition? Is it at a demand or supply area, or is this extended, or is this break and retest, whatever that market condition is? And if you have like a objective specific steps that need to be satisfied, then you avoid getting into all those little trades or those B setups or C setups that are also signals, but they're not checking all the boxes. And I think your results will show when you have those things in place. So a checklist that is reflective of the market condition that you should be trading in. So that's something that is that could help a lot. I've seen it help myself because we don't, as independent trader and as forex traders, we don't have anyone watching over our shoulder telling us, you're doing this week, you're risking too much, or you're on a back streak, turn it down a little bit, your risk. There's no one there, right? We are the only person. We are our own risk manager, and that makes it difficult at times because you gotta be your own manager and tell you, okay, this is enough. You're doing it. You're not doing it right, and that's very difficult for I think most people.
Yeah, I think that's as well. A lot of people don't realize the power in actually having somebody looking over your shoulder. We definitely see it here that a trader that maybe is a boom and bust trader, that once you start giving him a little bit of attention, putting certain rules and things in place to help them, they actually see a lot of growth from that. Because, you know, if you don't give any kind of boundary to your garden, suddenly your garden is gonna overflow, and you know it's suddenly got weeds in there, and you really gotta, you know, mark it out. You really gotta understand what you want in your garden, and you've gotta make sure you you cultivate that good kind of mindset as well with your trading. So
Yeah, yeah. If I may extend your analogy of the garden, you don't
go
want
for it.
overgrowth, because
There you
in
go.
a garden as well, if you have like overgrowth, it will kill other types of plants, right? You will have and that's not beneficial for your garden, right? You want to have everything in check. So it makes sense a lot, that analogy as well. Going back to the market, what I see on gold is that this is to me, this is the area that we should be reversing from, right? That's one of the, on the H4, that's one of the entry order blocks, this area. Alongside, this is the other one. However, when we got there, the market should start to reverse, starting forming bearish structures, and stop forming bullish structures, and it's not doing that. It just now, it closed a few minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes. It formed a bullish H2, and also on the H1 there is a bullish structure visible. So to me, that tells me that perhaps the idea that this order block is going to stop price is not very likely, because it is not behaving according to a possible reversal from this area. And that makes me think to hold my sit on my hands and hold my thoughts about looking for a short structure here to go short, and wait for the market to switch the sellers to come in control before I start looking. So to me, that's I wanna wait and see stance, and perhaps wait for market to get into this area and see if it's going to do anything significant. But by then, I think it will take. It depends on the time, but that will be after the stream, perhaps. So
it's not breaking any structure as well. It's like if you wanted to see, if I wanted to get short here, I would want to see at least a break of that retested area, like that low. If I was looking to get a short, I'd be waiting for a break of that low, a retest up to a fib of that shooting star, and then get short from there. That would be my plan for going short.
So you mean something, if it does this, you're looking for a short. It breaks that low and then come back to retest something, and then go lower.
There you go. That would be on that retest, exactly. That's what I would look. And then my stop loss would be above that shooting star. That would be the short idea. And really the long idea, it's already in play, to be honest. It's already had a little bit of a retest of the top of that range. So you're either long or you're not.
I want to look at the lower time frames here and kind of show you what I'm watching. So we got now I don't like, if you're looking for long, you're probably not liking the fact that 1 hour candle, and if you zoom out and you look at this level, that 1 hour candle never broke out, right? But if you look at the lower time frames, like we can look at this level, and we know that this is a good level. And if we look at let's say the one minute, we see a W, and we get a strong move up, and now we're kind of retesting these levels with that W. So for long, maybe we can play that a break and retest for reclaim of that W. And honestly, like, we might even see a move all the way up to the range highs here. So a TP like in that area.
It's a nice plan.
Yeah, that might be a pretty good move, Probably lower stop loss around that area. Then again, this is on the 1 minute. I guess you would want to see this play out at the same time as the 1 hour candle kind of closing higher, but that's not going to happen because that's going to mean you have 44 1 minute candles, which is not going to be a W at that point.
What I see is if we look at, let me switch my screen if I may. What I see is, remember what I mentioned before, that the wick we had on the upside on NFP, and the wick we had in the next hour after NFP, that to me formed a range that we might, as long as we don't get out of it, we should, be trading the range. And what I see, if I consider that to be the reference point of where the market wants to go, what I see it doing is it went out, broke out of it on the hourly, came down, right? Instead of going much lower, it is breaking out of it on the 1 hour, right? So that to me is a bullish sign. It broke it one time, had a retrace, and now is continue. That's the continuation move from breaking that range. So that I do like, but the fact that it is in the supply area, makes it difficult for me to trade long from here. I don't want to be buying into a supply zone.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Exactly. And I think, that's the reason why we also looked for shorts in the beginning of the live stream, because we were basically trading at around that resistance area. Now we're looking at, we're talking about longs, but nothing has really changed. We're in the same area. We're still at resistance, and we haven't really broken out. So yeah, got to be careful looking for longs is. And honestly, like everyone in the comment, no one in the comments have said short gold. Like Alex came on and he's like, "Oh, you're shorting gold? That's crazy." And no one said anything about shorting gold. Now, remember, 95% of day traders, retail day traders, they fail. So if everyone is looking to go long right now on gold, maybe that's not the best thing to do, right? When everyone's
we're not
looking
just
to buy
normal retail traders. We are the 5ers retail traders. You got the prime of the prime.
yeah, man, definitely. And I would say that people watching this live stream are not, when you look at the statistics, when you say like 95% of day traders fail within 1 year, or like the failure rate is very high, I don't think you're talking about people that are actually very engaged with and education, right? You're basically talking about people that open a brokerage account and they think they're going to start trading, and they, fail in the next 2 months or so. But what I'm saying is, when everyone's looking to buy Bitcoin, that's the top. Okay, when everyone's screaming buy Bitcoin, when celebrities are, shilling Bitcoin, that's when you sell. And I also get the feeling that when everyone is talking about buying gold or seeing long setups on gold, maybe there's a good reason for seeing a few stop loss being taken out,
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry's actually right there. This absolutely doesn't mean that 95% of traders have the wrong bias or is wrong on direction. Maybe it's just has more to do with execution and long term management.
You can still read the market well and not be profitable because you don't manage or have a good strategy or good management in place.
I take that back. I take that back. I think it kind of makes sense, Henry. I have to correct myself. I was probably wrong on that, because I do think the reason why the failure rate is very high in trading is probably not because people get the higher time frames wrong.
I think it's the biggest thing is honestly trade management and management of emotions that I think kill traders accounts the most. And I think it doesn't I can look at it myself as well. I do think I'm a good trader. I have some really good setups. The thing that really holds me by the heels is the emotional management and not messing up in between I having those good setups, which is probably why 95% of the traders have that problem as well. So you can come into the office, or you can come in front of your computer and be like, I know market structure, I know all of that. I'm looking at this certain direction. There's a good chance this is going to happen today. And you're probably right. If you notice that sometimes where you don't do anything, but you're like, I look at the chart and you're like, yeah, I projected going to this, and then you come back to the chart and it's gone there. People are good at spotting direction. It's getting in and managing the trades, which is probably the difficult, and that's the most important one. Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
I think you're definitely right.
Yeah, I agree completely with that, Alex. It's those moments you don't mess up that keeps you profitable, because being profitable in a short period is quite easy to achieve by most people, but it is maintaining that profitability by keeping yourself, your risk in check, your emotions in check. That is where the difficulty is. I see that in myself. The problem I have when I have drawdown is not because my strategy isn't working. It's me managing that strategy that is usually the problem. It's me wanting to trade more or risk more or anything of that concerns me, not really the strategy. And that's the difficult part. How do you manage that? You gotta have good systems in place to handle that.
Yep, agreed. But I still think we're going up. I still think we're a buy, unless it does. What I said to Victor. If we start seeing a breakdown from here, and it breaks the last low and then it retraces, but I don't think we're going to see it in this stream. I think it's going to take a while for that to happen.
Yeah, I think
we're
so
going to go down before we go up. I mean, I really can't really. I mean, yeah, I get what you guys are saying, and it looks bullish. I mean, we get a strong move to the upside. It looks bullish, but I mean, as long as we're trading at resistance, I do think it kind of makes sense to. I don't know. I think we're going to see a move lower before that next leg up.
But the next leg up, what are you referring to? Because the ATR, this is the level given by the ATR. Now, today is a day which there is UK bank holidays, right? Yeah. It says early May bank holiday. If I look it up, that might be an indication that it might not reach the ATR today. But even so, it seems like it could go higher, much higher, not much higher, but higher than where it is now before it finds that supply zone. Because this area.
Oh, sorry, I switched.
Yeah, the current area is not doing its job. If it's going to reverse from here, it should start making bearish structures, and it's not doing that. And as long that is not the case, I agree with you. It should reverse from here, or it could reverse from here, but as long as it doesn't tell us by showing price action, bearish price action, there's nothing for us to do if we want to short, right? If you're looking for that short, there's nothing to do unless the market tells us it's starting to reverse by if you go to the lower time frames, this is at all not bearish. Look at that. That's very bullish. It's a ranging market and then an impulse, and it's holding up that very nice, that retracement. That's a very shallow retracement. Actually, we can check it up what it is. Let me get this. It has retraced 50%, which is very nice. These interacting with these highs as it is continuing to going higher. I don't see anything bearish yet here. I wish it does, because that's what am I expecting, right? It's doing this basically, and now I'm seeing this, right? So far. So it has to show us if it's going to reverse from here, and until then, I'm not going to, go short because this is on the H4. It's a great area. At least not yet. Let's see.
All right, guys, I've just added the link to the giveaway in the comments section. So if you go to the comments section and you check the pinned comment, you're going to be able to see everything in there. So you should be scrolling in at the bottom of the screen as well. The giveaway right here. That's the link to the giveaway, and the secret word for today is surprise, surprise. It's gonna go with gold today. Very original. Alex is the mastermind behind that one.
Yeah, it took me a long time to think about that. To be fair, I'm gonna move Jonathan back to his rightful place so you can see his face.
There we are.
I'll be behind
look at this. So this is what I'm thinking with gold. I think we're seeing this type of move, a strong move down to the range lows. Retest this breakdown area. We form a W, come up to resistance again, down to the neckline of the W before moving up to range high. I'm gonna keep these arrows on the chart, and then tomorrow we'll see. We're probably gonna see this. Is what I'm thinking.
Wouldn't be surprised. I love doing those kind of projections. I did one on gold on MT5. Didn't look at it for a week. Came back and it happened exactly like I projected it to. I just didn't do anything with it because I didn't trade it. So it's weird.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like technical analysis. Yeah. So I'm sorry guys, but if you have to ask about the code, then I don't really know what to do. The secret word, the code is it should be very clear what it is. It's gold. It's gold. Yeah, so that's the thing, with
I think before you continue, I think the viewers may be asking, okay, well, this is the secret word, but what's the secret code? And I think it's maybe something different, like different thing.
What does
the
it
word
say in
is
green?
the code.
Is it code or word?
I think it's the code.
I think it's code. Oh well, okay.
They think maybe it's something else. There's a secret word, and then there's a secret. Of course, it is the same, guys. It is the same. The secret word is the secret code, and
that will be happening on the Wednesday stream. I'll be dressing up as a clown.
So as I was saying before, we when we talked about the drawing levels like this, and you kind of see it play out, and but then when you look at the actual move, you see that there's a lot of wicks all over. You see fake outs and all that in a lot of time frames. So analyzing and doing technical analysis is actually not that difficult, and I think it's dangerous to assume that technical analysis and kind of forecasting price it's the same as trading, because you can be a very good technical analyst but a bad trader. So it's very difficult to. I mean, it's easy to predict that an uptrend is going to continue up, but it's very difficult to know when to enter that uptrend and actually make a decent amount of money because with you need to have a good risk reward, and why
it's the same. It's the same with taking profit.
Though? Like why? Do we for me there's no reason to have the prices on the watch list. I think it's much more nicer because then I can have it this much smaller and it's going to be more compact. I wish I could make it a little bit smaller because I don't really care about the
maybe
prices.
Also kind of I guess it can kind of give you like a little bit of a bias before you're looking at the chart, I guess.
Yeah
it could help to know if your correlated pair is up or down. I think that is something that it might help. And also, if you're looking, let's say you are trading one pair, but another one that is highly correlated, and you already have in your mind a level that if it is above it, it changes your plan trading. Let's say you're trading, I don't know, you're trading EU, but you're looking at DXY, the dollar index. And you have in your mindset that if it is above a certain level, it means something for your trade. And the fastest way to look at that is you keep looking at your EU, but you have that little ticker on the side where you can see if it hits or not whatever level that you decided that is significant for you. And that way,
the thing,
you don't have to switch. That could be something.
But for me, the price won't really tell me anything. Like, I don't really focus on prices, and I very rarely remember what price an asset we're trading at. So I remember I watch a very large number of forex pairs every day. So like I only look at the technical levels. Like, I don't really care what price is. The only time when I look at price is when I'm copying it over from TradingView to MetaTrader. Other than that, I don't really care about the prices. I think it's a difference in approach. I mean, if you're trading one pair, like you're trading EU, then you probably know, like, you have a rough idea of where EU closed the day before and things like that, right? But for me, I have no idea. Like, the only asset that I might be tracking price of is gold and Bitcoin. That's I know that Bitcoin is above 60K. I know that gold is around 2,300. That's but EU, like, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, it depends
also,
on your.
I don't really care as well. I care about what the price of Bitcoin, but wherever EU is, I'm just going to look at the chart. I'm going to trade it.
Exactly. Yeah, it depends on what's important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
By the way, guys, hit the. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hit the like. Hit that like, and you'll find the giveaway code is in the comment section. You can check that out. It's the pinned comment on the YouTube. And we had a comment before that. Yes, it's true. We're not only every live stream going to give out the link at the end of the live stream. And the reason for this is because these live streams are not it's not only about the giveaways, right? We want to help you guys and give you the opportunity to win accounts, but we want to make sure that if you actually win the accounts, we want to make sure that you're trading using good concepts and good approaches. So we are more interested in actually helping you guys improve as traders. So we want to make sure that the people that actually get the accounts are the people that watch the live streams and engage in the live stream. So we might be giving out the link in the code early in the live stream and then end the giveaway before the end of the live stream. So the only ones that actually win the accounts are the ones who are active and actually watching the live streams.
We have a question, guys. Who wants to take this one?
I have to read it first, and that's going to take a while.
Ranging. I got to.
Oh, thank you, Alex. Can you read it out loud?
Hey guys, got any tips for when it's ranging, consolidating? Also, how to trade from 30 minutes and 1 hour when day trading? Because I think it's sticking to the 5 minutes and 15 minutes when it's consolidating isn't helping. Or isn't help.
I think helping.
I think helping as well. Yeah, that's why I said helping. But then again, I was like, depends.
Well, if it's consolidating,
there's a lot of.
I mean, if it's consolidating and you're like, I can't trade this. Well, yeah, you're not a range trader, and maybe you move on. That's. But if you are the type of trader that are trading a range or a consolidation period or whatever, and you feel like there's no setups and you have to go deeper into the timeframes, I feel like you're chasing something that probably isn't there.
I agree. What I think about is that the market, at least that's my idea. That is just the way I look at it. I think the market is constantly telling us a story, but the frequency it tells us, it's like a radio device. The frequency, that's the time frame. And sometimes it tells you the story, what it's going to do, what it wants to do, its intention in a certain specific time frame. Let's say the H4 or the H1, but that's not always the case. So I think if you have done your data and you are trading a number of time frames or a combination of time frame, you should stick to that and not keep switching around, because if you do, you might be getting more signals than you should be getting based on your data, right? You did your back testing on a certain combination of time frame. You should stick to that. If it's not working, that's a sign that maybe you should take some distance from the market, or just wait for another time, another opportunity. I don't think you should
this is
keep looking for it if the market is not telling it in the time frames you're currently trading.
You know what? I think, first of all, I'm going to give a shout out to Henry. Henry, can you write your TradingView username? I'm going to give you access to the MA indicator, because you're always on here on the live streams and you're giving very good advice to everyone watching. So very much appreciated. Henry, if you're listening, give me your TradingView username. Okay, this question. This is a good question.
I like this question because I actually came out of my position early today after going too far into the lower time frames, and I think Victor had this problem as well. Once you execute on the lower time frames, sometimes it's better just to come back out onto the time frame that you got your analysis from and just sit back and just wait for it to play out, because more likely, naturally, when you're looking at price and you're seeing a pattern, that pattern is going to revoke an emotion, and that emotion is going to make you do something. So if you see that pattern on the time frame you've made the analysis, fantastic, it's revoked an emotion that's going to make you close. But if you're seeing that on a lower time frame, when patterns like this finish faster than they would on your analysis time frame, while you're getting yourself out of a position prematurely, and you don't want to do that.
I would say, I would say that 99% of the time you stick to the 1 hour. If you see a trade on 1 hour, you take the setup on the 1 hour. What you want to do is you want to walk away. And if you see any changes on a 1 hour that makes you feel like you want to exit, like Alex said, then that's the time to exit. If you go into lower time frames during the time of the trade and you haven't done that before, then you're just looking for excuses to exit the trade. You probably feel like, this trade, you feel emotions of fear, right? So you go into lower time frames and you try, like, can I find a reason to make myself feel better? You're feeling fear and you want to get out of the position. So honestly, like, for 99% of you, probably best just set and forget. You find the trade, put in the orders, you walk away, right? Trader Dante had a saying about that. I can't say that right now live because it would mean that I would have to swear quite a lot. But basically,
no more swearing on this channel.
No more swearing. No more swearing. So you see the trade, you set the orders, you walk away, because your failure comes down to what you do in between entering and exiting.
Oh, I know what you were going to say as well.
Yeah.
No, that is so true. If you're trading, if you've measured the profitability of your strategy, right? And I've mentioned this in the past. If you did you micromanage it? Did you go to the lower time frames to react to some structures you saw on the 1 minute and the 5 minute? If you did that on your backtesting, then you should follow that. But usually you didn't do that. You probably waited for it to either hit your TP, or you have some rules where you should take it out. And that is exactly what you should do. You shouldn't outsmart your own strategy, your backtested results. There's no reason. What I do is I have a time frame, the same, exactly what Alex mentioned. I have a analysis time frame, which is the hourlies, the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, and I have an execution time frame, which is the minutes, 1, 2, 3, and 5. But that can be anything. And the important thing is you have the analysis on a time frame and you have the execution. And anything that happens on the execution after and I enter shouldn't be a reason to invalidate my analysis, because my analysis is on a higher time frame. So, and in between, it will show me all kinds of movement and all kinds of outside bar and reversal patterns. But that's if you're going to be reading the market and think you can be able to read
Wait,
every reversal
wait, just wait a
correctly.
minute. Look at this. Look at this move. Look at this move on gold. I can't believe we shorted gold. Look at this.
No, do you
Look
know
at
what?
this.
Do you know what I'm figuring out with gold? Gold,
Yeah.
before it make like gold, when you look at it on a technical standpoint, it really does
Yeah.
hold levels and it loves. But before it actually moves,
Yeah.
it whipsaws and it makes you feel like you're wrong, and you close and you put your stops to close the break even. You do things.
Yeah.
Before
It's
it
almost
makes
like
the move.
Bitcoin.
It is
You know, it's like,
drop the mic.
you know, with
Drop the
Bitcoin,
mic,
it's
drop
like,
the mic.
you know, with Bitcoin, I'm like, you know, I like Bitcoin long term. I, you know, kind of like try to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. I'm thinking long term, but then you look at the technicals of Bitcoin. It's just there's a wick here and there, and then it just breaks out, never retested, just continues to the moon without giving that retest. And gold, it's like it's almost similar. It's like, yeah, okay, we got this resistance. I don't know, man. It's gold is tricky, very very tricky.
It is.
But then again,
It
you
is.
look at the 5 minute here on gold. I mean, there is a very clear break and retest here. There is a very
It
clear
is.
break and retest right here.
Yeah.
A break, a retest, a break. But will we get the retest? Of course, we're not going to get that retest. You know,
I think once
of course, we're going to either get a move down to that TP or straight up to that TP. That's just the law. You know. That it's extremely frustrating. It's extremely frustrating because.
What's that TP you have there?
TP above is 2,342, 43, 42.
Okay. The
yeah,
upper border of the next supply zone.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't put limit orders here. The move to the upside already happened. I think the retrace down here is, yeah, it's just, yeah. And I do also think, I mean, a lot of people talk about gold. Moving on, fundamentals. Yeah, I mean, sure, everything moves on fundamentals. I mean, fundamentals is the reason the markets move. Technicals is basically just our way of deciphering the fundamentals, looking at patterns. But fundamentals definitely make the big moves. No question about that. But looking at gold, I mean, we're looking at the 1 minute. There's nothing, you know. Right, we got an alert on CAD JPY. I gotta check this one. It's probably a breakout, right?
Oh mate, I can't look at crypto anymore. I just can't. It's just ridiculous.
You know what? I know this is a gold stream, but Alex has sent me a DM saying like, so I gotta check crypto.
He's like, no,
You
go
know,
on
I actually-
Soul, man. Go on Soul.
You know, so you know what? Like, I actually recorded a video, went up on my YouTube last Friday. And I haven't edited that one, so I think it's gonna get out today. But we basically what I did was I talked about Bitcoin, and we looked at the weekly. So what's beautiful, and this is just absolutely beautiful. We can add the 20 EMA. Is that the 20? Yeah, it's a 20. 20 EMA.
Honestly, I hope it goes down. Seriously.
Yeah, but look at this. So adding the fibs here, like that white dotted line, that's the 50% fib. So basically what happened was we came down, hit the 50% fib, hit the weekly 20 EMA, and then reclaimed this level with that weekly like pin bearish candle. How bullish is this?
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the stream. I am gonna leave.
This is bullish. And I basically said when recording the video, I'm like, everything looks bullish. If we can reclaim that level, you know, it looks absolutely more bullish. And I think if you look at Sol, I think I have a similar chart on Sol. Yeah, look at that.
I am losing my mind. I'm absolutely losing my mind. I am literally losing my mind because I want to get into this position so badly, but for some reason everybody hates crypto and it is like literally impossible to get in at the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult to get into the crypto market if you're
in the UK, if you're in another place, like in places where they're not crypto friendly, it's really sucks because this is pumping. Sol is gonna pump hard as well.
Yeah,
this is not financial advice. Just add that.
Nah, it looks good. I think we got the same moves on Ethereum.
We're going
as
to
well.
1,000, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to 1,000. Get the yacht ready. Get the
I'm
Lambo
sold.
ready with Alex on there.
Dude, you gotta listen. You gotta get into the market first before you start talking about Lambos.
I am in the market. I am in the market in some
Yeah.
very, very good positions. I want to get more.
Yeah, of course.
More.
Have you seen that documentary? I think it's called Floored. The
Oh,
trading
that's like-
documentary.
No, I didn't see that. No.
It's a
I haven't
you
seen
guys, you gotta check it out. You gotta search on YouTube. Floored documentary from Chicago in the trading floors in Chicago back in the day. That was a really good documentary. Those guys are insane, like insane. But yeah, I recommend that trading documentary on YouTube. Floored. That's where the meme, like the bet more meme, comes from. Fun.
It's funny. I had
Right,
I did a trading interview. I'll jump. Sorry, I was going to tell you about the trading interview that I had with a guy that used to be like a prop firm manager, like in the old days, prop firm manager. All of this. He blew quite a few accounts. So since he came to us, so anybody that is worried that they're not getting it, and don't worry, because this guy is so much experience. He blew so many accounts. Now he's got 150k high stakes that he's grown, and he withdrew over 30 or 40 grand, and he's still got payouts to go. And it doesn't matter your experience, going through a challenge is different from your normal trading in a way, because there's so much more pressure, and it kind of changes your mentality quite a lot. And it doesn't matter when you see somebody with like crazy amounts of experience, also they struggle. But once you get it and you've got past that 1 minute mile, it makes it so much easier. And once you pass that 1 minute mile, you take it for everything, honestly.
What's that 1 minute mile?
1 minute mile. There was a long time ago. I can't remember what the year was, but it was impossible to get past under a certain time to hit the 1 minute mile. But then somebody did it, and soon as that
the Olympics
did it, I don't think it was the Olympics. It was something.
But in
else,
running.
but in running.
But it
So
isn't
was a
running.
1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 1 minute mile, and finally somebody actually beat it. Somebody beat the top score. Soon as that person beat the top score, other people started beating that top score. But it's the thing in the mind, like, it can be done. That's what I'm saying. If you've got it in your head that it can be done, you will find a way to actually do it.
Wait, do you know how fast you have to run 1 mile in 1 minute?
No, it was
You basically have to run like 100 kilometers an hour.
4 minute mile.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 25
other people are saying 4 minute
kilometers.
mile. Yeah, everybody are now telling me it's 4 minute mile.
So basically,
Yeah.
it's a glass ceiling.
Yeah,
right?
definitely,
So
definitely. Let's not forget he's trying to make a point here, and I think
The
it's a
point
valid
is-
point. Yeah.
Yeah, the point is it's a glass ceiling. Like you think
Yeah.
that you can go further until you break it, and then you see, okay, that's not the limit. You can easily go over it. Yeah, okay.
It was this guy.
I get it.
I didn't know it was this guy, but it was this guy.
Okay.
But yeah,
Nice.
that is it. I'm also going on a new diet of just coffee during the day and no food, and that's why you can see me
Guys,
jumping
the
around
gold is reacting very
Nice,
nicely
dude.
for the short.
Alex, I'm opening up a coffee roasting company tomorrow.
Yeah, that is the vibe. You know, if crypto
Yep.
trading doesn't work for me, then I'm coming over and I'm gonna be your barista.
I'm gonna barista.
Barista, yeah.
Alex,
You want
Alex
to
and
be
Jonathan,
barista? You can be there as well.
look at 15-minute gold. 15-minute gold.
15 minutes gold. Okay, but that's still, for me, until it breaks that point that I told you, that's still bullish. Honestly,
Okay.
Still bullish, man. You've
But
got
this is-
like
this
a
is,
21, you got a 21 EMA as well, and it still hasn't broken that. It's actually made you could say a week higher high.
Look,
Made a
look,
higher
look
high.
on the 30 minutes. Look at 30
On the
minutes, how
30
in 9 minutes it's going to close.
Okay,
Look
Who
how
looks at
that
the 30
candle
minutes?
is looking.
who looks at the look at the 26 minutes.
The
Look, if you wanna
78
find
hour.
it, if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it. You know.
What if can we add custom intervals here?
Yeah, we gotta do. That's it. The 26-minute. That's
What's
it. We're
what's
making it
28? Let's look at the 28
28.
minute.
28-minute.
Oh, that looks
No, it's definitely edging this. 100%.
that's a retest. That's a long.
That's
The
a long.
28 minute, that's definitely a long. That's a break and retest. What about the 30 minute?
Yeah, let's have a look at Michael's 11 minutes though. But I still think this is bullish.
Hmm.
It is. It hasn't broken the structure yet, but that reaction from the top
It's horrible.
Is
See?
yeah. It
Man,
looks
this
it
went
looks
long.
like
Look at
it
the
could be
1 hour. Look at this is like, I'm telling you guys, gold is not long. Well, I have told you several different things on that. Oh, your trading username. Yes, I'm gonna add you right now. Well, I'm gonna add you after the.
I tell you what is
Now
long.
I'm gonna.
Solana, and I'm not in.
I'm gonna switch over to your screen, Victor.
Yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely.
This is, as long as it holds this, it does look still bullish. Of course, it hasn't broken the structure, right? It just is. This is the break, and I suppose you could say a retest of it as it is going still up. That I understand that, but if you look at, let's say, another time frame a little bit higher, something like the 30-minute, as I was mentioning, or the 28-minute, you do see. Let's look at the 5. Look at that candle. That may be something indicative of what's going to come next. If this candle has followed through with, let's say, another big red candle, that could be the sign that we have put in a temporary top. But if this, let's say, after this big red candle, in the following candles, this gets negated again, then it's nothing. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, when you put it on a 5-minute, it looks pretty disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
It does, right?
Like,
All right, Henry. If you
sorry.
Henry, if you go into your invite only, you should see a couple of new things in there. You go into indicators and then invite only, and you should see some new things pop up.
Friends. Ooh, friends, indicator friends. Where's my where's my mare indicator? I haven't got a mare indicator.
Me neither.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we're with your teammates, and we don't, ooh, mare friends. Anyway, this is the
Yeah, I like, the thing is, we're doing the trading competition on Wednesday, and like, I don't want to. I can't give it away. I just can't give it away.
Have you had a look at? Yep. I didn't do much with it, I must say, but definitely.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta get Jordan. We gotta get Jordan on here. To be fair, he's really.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna.
With his fundamental stuff, we can do a whole session with Jordan just talking about fundamentals, and it will be amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh man, you should see my to-do list. It's probably not as long as yours do.
I've been using Google Tasks for these to-do lists, mate. Game changer for me. I've used so many different to-do lists. Google Tasks, game changer. Love it.
Why is it better than the other? Does it come through your phone notification?
Yeah, I think it's just the UX UI is just super simple, and you don't need much more than it. And then it also connects to your calendar as well. So if you've got, your calendar is full and stuff like that, you can add it to your calendar, and it's just super simple. Especially if you're doing Google Docs as well, and you've linked to your Google Doc, maybe your daily check-in, and you can just have it on the side, and you can just go through your checklist, recurring every single day. So every single day it comes in, the tasks are there, so you can just remember each day. It is super simple. It's
I like doing this, right? So I'll just do this. Hey Google, remind me to send a message to Jordan in 20 minutes. Here you go.
I
All
bet
right,
I forget.
that's
You got it.
no,
in-
it does like so now. So I do that for everything because I'm like I can't remember shit. So I'll just
You slipped up, mate.
ah
We did
sorry
so
guys.
well. So well.
I did well.
You know what? You know what?
You
you've done
held it
so
for
well
almost
today.
2
You've done
hours,
so well today.
missing
You
4
guys-
minutes to 4
guys
hours.
gotta be super proud of Jonathan because he only slipped up once.
Yeah.
But yeah, even with that gold, it's funny because even that horrible looking candle that would like entice a lot of traders to go short. You saw like even though there was so much the volume of the candles. Let's go back on the 5 minute.
Yeah, I'm still biased to short. Well,
Even,
not now.
like
Now,
all of
not
those,
long.
you got those 3 candles, those push up, and then that one massive candle. It's like an enticement to entice traders. Yeah, you know, but God, I don't know what I'm saying. But
trap.
it's, yeah,
Yeah, if you look on the 15 minutes, I think that is telling the story nicely. There is on the lower time frame a very horrible looking price action. Though there was, I should say, if you look at the 5 minute, that big huge candle that engulfed actually 3 previous candles. So that's very a lot of selling pressure there. But if you look at the 15 minute, there's nothing happening yet. There's no structure broken. The order block that was last broken, this is just retesting it. It's retesting the order block, and usually that means that it's going to retest and continue to go. And the 15 minute, even if the 5 is very scary, the 15 minute, if it closes like this with a wick on the downside, a big wick in comparison to the body, that's still bullish. Look at the 30 minutes, there's nothing happening here. And if you look at the 1 hour, that's why you shouldn't trust moving candles, right? What was the saying? Never trust a moving candle. Because a minute ago, that hourly looked like a small body and a huge wick upside.
always.
But
Wait
now
for
that
closes.
exactly, now it's 2 minutes, and it still has a wick, but there's a quite sizable body to this candle, and it doesn't look as scary anymore. This could easily continue to go up if I look at this candle. So the 15 to me is the one that is telling the story in this case. It's forms the order block, closes up, and then come back to retest that order block for a possible continuation. And it makes sense, right?
Because this is my guy. Yep. Look at that 1 hour candle. The 1 hour candle is going to close below 2,325.
I do not think
25?
it's coming down. I don't see it coming down.
Yeah, it's coming down.
It's
Definitely
the thing is, if it seems to me like it's trying to break the supply zone, because it tried the first time and it was rejected, right? Leaving that wick. And then the second time around, it may close above that in that order block. But hey, we may still have a surprise. Let's see how it closes in 55 seconds. But to me, the first one is the piercing of that order block. It was rejected, and now in the second attempt, perhaps on this one, it will close outside of it, and to me, breaking the invalidating that H. This is an H4 though, I must say. This is the H4, and this is the H2, which is, let me see how many minutes we have. We have on the H2, we still have 1 hour to go. So, and on the 1 hour, we don't have an order block. Actually, what I was saying isn't correct. These order blocks are H4 and H2, and they're not closing until 1 hour or 3 hours still.
Yeah, I just want to go through the Visa card. You can use a Visa card for purchase of payments made through online gateway. Yeah, not exactly correct, mate. Like the 5ers Visa card, when you make a payout withdrawal, you will have an option to pick the 5ers Visa card. Once you click that option for withdrawal, we will send you a registration. You'll go in there. and then you'll be able to open up your virtual card, and on your virtual card you will see already the payout waiting for you. Super easy. There is a tutorial on our YouTube. I've also done a live tutorial that I was with Victor, and we did one live that's going on YouTube as well. But yeah, super simple.
All right, so the 1 hour candle closed for gold, and it's a bit higher. It's a bit higher than expected. But I would say it's definitely a breakout at this point. I would say, yeah, we're going higher.
Yeah.
I am now bullish
I would say
on gold.
I would say this is gold right
Yeah.
now.
So I am now bullish on gold until it breaks down.
Sure. There's
All right, guys, I would like to ask you all, everyone watching, including Victor, hit that like button on
We're gonna do the
on
giveaway
YouTube,
in
and we're gonna do
5 minutes.
in 5 minutes. We have about 5 minutes left to get 15 more likes to get up to 700. I was gonna say dollars, but no, likes. 700 likes. Means 720k bootcamp accounts. Gold to 2324. 2324. Yes, that's it. That's it. Actually, it's pretty well. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not trading. I'm just deciding, the direction based on a local structure, basically.
Don't forget, we
Yeah,
don't trade. We don't normally trade gold. We pretty much trade EU, GU, to be honest. So,
but it's been
this
very
mastering
interesting.
goal is.
Yeah, but it's been a very interesting experiment trying to figure out gold. Actually, it's.
I am not going to answer this question live. Okay, you figure that out for yourself, mate.
Of course, you need to pay taxes. It's.
This is you're a contractor. At the end of the day, we pay you as a contractor. You are liable for your own tax.
Yeah, the 5ers doesn't pay any taxes on your. I mean, the 5ers pay taxes. I'm not saying this doesn't pay taxes. Don't clip that. I'll make it short of that. What I'm saying is the 5er doesn't pay your taxes. So as a contractor, you're
held responsible. To
responsible.
Do that.
You're responsible for your own taxes. So your taxes are not being paid on behalf of you by the 5ers. That is your own responsibility.
Exactement.
So if I would, for example, get my payout into the Visa card and then just use my Visa card to pay for groceries and everything, the tax authority is going to ask me.
Why have you got more tomatoes than you did last month?
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to. Who cares if it's difficult or not? You shouldn't be. You should pay your taxes. It's pay.
The thing is,
you gotta provide for your fellow human beings, for roads, for laws.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fun. It's fun to pay taxes. I really enjoy
holidays,
it. I mean,
government officials.
Exactly. I mean, they have to go on holidays as well.
The thing is, if you enjoy having roads in your country and having public transportation, and
wait a minute, Victor. We can build our own roads. I'm just saying. We don't need a government to build roads. But yeah, pay your taxes.
I think.
Buy gold, build a bunker. Buy Bitcoin as well.
This is, we come out with such great advice.
Yeah.
Wow. We should be government officials.
But look at it. Have you used your country's highway or public roads recently?
He's like, nope, never used one of them.
I mean, that's just one simple thing. You pay taxes that the government is able to, build and maintain those infrastructures. Otherwise, where are you gonna be driving on? I mean, you can build your road in in your plot of land, but I mean, you're not gonna
Yeah,
be.
okay. So the roads where I live is absolutely terrible, like terrible. So I'm pretty sure I could be able to get those roads built better than the local government, and I pay a shit ton of taxes. Oh, God, did it again. Sorry about that. Yeah, but whatever. Obviously, with the discussion on taxes, obviously you got to as traders, we have to like find a sustainable system to pay taxes. And here in Sweden, it's very simple. I withdraw the money into my company account. I pay the taxes on the as any income on the company, and any money that goes into my private bank account is salaries, expensive for the company, and I pay taxes on that like any other type of salary. So it's quite simple, really.
For UK, I think it's even better. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but UK, if you're a sole trader, you can then just write off all of your lost challenges against your taxes, loss of as part of what's it called?
Expenses.
Doing business expenses. Thank you very much. It's expenses. The best thing to do. And then if you've taken a lot of challenges, that can work in your favor eventually when you do have that big payout. And then when you get over 80 grand, then you just put into a limited company, and then you just pay yourself a little bit of money, maybe like a small average minimum wage, and then just pay dividends at the end of the year or something like that.
I have to counter the argument. I was saying that paying taxes is a good thing, or should be a good thing. But the responsibility in this equation is not only on the taxpayer, but also on the governments to make sound, transparent, and fight corruption, things like that. So it has to be in balance. I don't want to say if you so it's not like taxes is raise taxes. I'm not pro raising taxes, but I think it should
I was going to just say the reason why Victor has got a mask on is because he is a government official.
God damn it! I knew it. Okay. So I will. You know what I will do? I will create some type of digital swear jar, and I'll figure something out. I don't know how, but I'll figure something out, and I'll have
the only
to.
Problem with Saudi is that it's really, really hot.
Yeah,
that's probably the only reason. Saudi's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you don't have to be there though. Like you can have your company there.
Instant. Interesting. Okay.
So Victor, so what would be a tax is fine. Every swear is another day dressed as a clown. Can't do that.
Wow.
But maybe 10 times would be the clown.
It has to be something that doesn't make you wear a clown costume every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time you swear, you have to say you love ICT.
Okay, deal. That's a deal. Let's go. That's a good one. I'm never gonna swear again.
And we're gonna clip it, and we're gonna tag ICT himself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That's a good one.
Every time I swear, I'm gonna say I love ICT. We'll create a short and we will tag ICT on Twitter. X.
Yep. ICT made me a profitable trader.
I trade ICT and now I'm in debt.
Yeah.
I think you gotta admire Alex.
Yeah, I am definitely not. Alex is not giving financial or business advice for UK residents. Thank you very much, Michael, for backing me up there. I am a CFD trader for the 5ers, so don't take any advice for that. But it is good advice. But don't take the advice. How many have we got? How many likes? 700? Now, I will put my chart over quickly to Victor. Now we're
Sure.
starting to see something more interesting. Now this is maybe a little bit of a quasi that we got going on here. A little quasi. What do you think, Victor? Is this classed as a quasi for you?
I'll have to check it on the other time frames, but not in this time frame.
Not in this time frame.
No, not in this time frame. There's nothing here. The neckline for me would be here on the 3 minute, and that's pretty low already. Even on the 1 minute, that's the neckline. So if you were to look in something in here, then yes, this would be the neckline. But I prefer the first one to be broken before I start taking shorts, because this is the bigger structure. So I need this. As long as this impulse isn't negated or reversed, I'm going to assume that it's going to continue to go up, right? From maybe from a lower place. It needs to break that. Once it breaks it, then I can assume. Then I'll have the quasi in there, which would be something like this. Let me see, but that's not even correct, because let me get that straight. Let me see. It's making higher highs only. So yeah, it will be something like this.
Just a quick comment. Like Alexander had a quick comment there on a efficient strategy. So please do not use a strategy like that. You're like, that's not good trading. That's not proper trading. If you're going to become funded and it's going to continue to be funded, you can't use approaches like that. That's a strategy that will not work out when you get a funded account. And if you can't have the same structure in your evaluation as you have as a funded trader in your funded account, then the chances of you losing that funded account is very, very high. So you start with the exact same approach with your evaluation account as you would have had with your funded account.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it works, it works.
The neckline for the structure is this horizontal yellow line. If it breaks it, then we would have a quasi, and we would be looking for structures on this high. But that hasn't happened yet, at least not to me. But I do see what you're seeing, Alex, that there is this is the first indication of a bearish structure, right? This is only the 5 minute, but still it has that 5 minute that we saw. Remember, I said this could be the beginning of something. We don't know yet, but it's too early to say. But that kind of move left this order block bearish structure behind, and how the market respects this or not could be a sign if it's going to go down or not. If you get a quasi in here, then it makes sense to me. But that's only on the 5 minute. It doesn't tell me much if the other time frames are not going along. The 15 minute, there's nothing bearish about this. The 30 minutes, there's nothing bearish in any other time frame. So 5 minutes is not enough, but it could be. Let's see.
Let's just check the 11 minute before. Yeah, just check the 11 minute for me.
I don't have the customs put in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's stop getting distracted. Gosh, can't believe it. We're gonna have to get Victor an upgrade for his trading view.
The thing is, I
looks bullish. What about the 1
make
second?
Make sure one winner does not win twice in 60 days. We all possible. Fair enough. I got you, mate. I have got you. Say no more. I'm gonna put Jonatan here. There you go. Okay. How many likes have we got? Does somebody in the chat want to tell me? And don't add an extra 100 on there, because I will know.
1,200. I'm kidding. We have 750.
Translation. Got you. Okay. So we've got 700? 7.
7, yeah.
Okay. Before we go, we've got to just quickly.
Yeah. Let's do this. All right, Lewis.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.
Okay, Lewis, we're gonna have to pick another one, bro. I've just said on live on the stream that we won't let anybody that oops. So sorry, my friend. I do apologize, mate. Gonna have to do the repick. All right.
So what we're gonna do is we want to see if we can maybe reset the loyalty points, because we've been using this. Yeah, so we've been using this giveaway for a while, and we know we have lots of new viewers in. So we probably this week or next week will reset the loyalty points. So you'll have to basically it's going to be a
Louis, are
know.
you sure you haven't won before? Oh no! Oh god, my apologies. Okay, it was on the Trade Delicious.
All right, so we're just gonna So we're just gonna give it away.
Yeah,
Not really.
fine. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, Louis, don't worry. I've got you, mate. We'll give an extra account today because of my mess up. Because Louis was on the Trade Delicious stream. That's where I got it confused. Anyway, congratulations. Don't reset it, guys, please. Yeah, I don't know about resetting it. Because there's a lot of people that have still, I don't know, we're gonna have to talk about it, but we won't reset it because I know some people have been here for a long time.
Okay, so is there a limit though? Like, is there a limit to the loyalty points?
Yeah, we can change it as much as we want. You can add 1,000 if you want.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that people that start watching the live stream now, they have a chance to actually win an account. So I guess if the loyalty points are capped at 10, so if you view 10 live streams, then you're in the top, If you
We'll have to look and think about it. Guys, tell us in the chat maybe so we can just help us out. Keep the loyalty.
Yeah, the thing is,
been here many times. Congratulations. Yeah.
It has to be proportionate. So everyone has to, still have a good chance. Those who come often online and watch us should have extra points, but those who are new should be able to win as well. So we'll have to look for a balance and maybe adjust or modify some way the loyalty points are affecting the results.
Yeah, I get what the crowd is saying. The loyalty points are there to be loyal.
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
All right, guys. Anyway, got some.
All right, thank you. So tomorrow,
do you want to tell them what's going on?
Yeah, tomorrow we got ICT coming on. Not the ICT, but we got a ICT.
Funded ICT.
Yeah, a funded ICT trader is coming on tomorrow to talk about ICT and ICT concept and ICT trading strategies. If I say ICT a lot, maybe the YouTube algorithm was going to pick this up. And yeah. No, but tomorrow
he did pass. He was the one that got the giveaway. We brought him on. Alan, we brought him on last week. He won the 250k giveaway, and he passed the account and got funded, and he's going to talk us through some processes with ICT. So that's the idea.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on tomorrow, and basically he's going to break down a ICT concept for you all. Alex is not dressed as the clown today because he just doesn't feel like dressing up as a clown today. He's going to dress up as a clown on Wednesday though, because I'm pretty sure that he really feels like dressing up as a clown on Wednesday.
Wednesday is the time where we can, play around a little bit, be less formal, and we're gonna go live again.
Wednesday's gonna be fun. Wednesday's gonna be really fun.
Trading.
I like Wednesday. I enjoy them a lot.
Yeah, so Wednesday is our trading competition. The first one Alex won, the second one I won, and probably next one is Victor.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Let's not talk about what happened in the last one. Maybe I'm gonna just delete that off YouTube.
Yeah, you had how many lots did you have open? 60?
Someone asked if I
Yeah,
Go ahead.
carry
Go
on.
ahead, Alex.
No, go. You go.
Yeah, if someone asked if I have a Discord group where I trade live. Well, it's the Discord group you may be referring to is the Discord group of the 5ers, where you are joined, by the way. When you have an account with the 5er with us, you can have the link as
Yeah,
Jonathan showed in
buddy.
the
Lightweight.
hub dashboard, and then you can join us. And we do have on every weekday we have sessions where we go over either psychology with the traders or help them up in terms of how they approach the market, their setups. And I and others, we do live trading as well. And that is on the Discord of the 5ers. It's not my own, it's the 5ers, and I'm part of that as a moderator and also a contributor to those live sessions. So it's a great help for others. Those who are part of it already know the value they are getting from those sessions. Will you be in a small group or a smaller group than on YouTube, and you can ask us or be part of the discussion as we approach and show our analysis and how we go about trading the market. So it's
on Fridays we actually trading live together anyway. After our sessions,
yes.
we're all in there trading live. Everybody's got their charts up, real
so you
live
see
execution in time.
I got the dashboard up here, and you can see that what dashboard this is, by the way. This is our account that we had. Never mind, doesn't matter. So you click that link right there, the discount icon. You go into hub.the5ers.com. You click accounts overview, go into your program, the actual challenge. In the upper right corner, you have the Discord link. Click that. You're in the server.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining today, and I hope to see you all in yesterday's live stream where we are going to break down an ICT concept, which means
tomorrow's live stream. Tomorrow, not yesterday's.
Oh, did I say yesterday?
I said yesterday's.
I'll see you yesterday.
Actually,
right,
guys, in 20 minutes, I will be in Discord having a live session in 25 minutes, less than 25 minutes.
Ooh, I reckon we're going to get a short on gold eventually.
Are we going to talk about ICT, Victor?
Of course we are.
Nice. All right. You heard it here first. Discord, 20 minutes, ICT. Let's go. All right, guys. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Hi, guys. So thank you very much for watching the video. Now, make sure you like and subscribe. And most of all, go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at The 5ers.